love everybody here so much. August has been like a month of from the ground up change for us, and I think like a lot of you, I know like a lot of stories of change as well that are going on in the community right now. So yeah, this is ours. This is a story of what we're doing. Thank you for coming and celebrating us leaving, embarking on like a complete new chapter. Just so thrilled to be able to share this moment with all of you, and then to sort of catapult forward into what's to come. There's no better way, I think, than to start a new chapter of our lives than to ask you a question. Will you marry me?
Yes!
We surprised her.
We got planned a wedding. Wow, I love you so much.
I love you too.
Oh my God!
Very good.
Thank you. Oh my God.
These two made all this happen.
Oh my God, you guys are scheming. You didn't tell my mom then, huh?
No, but you talked to your dad.
You asked my dad.
You did.
We're gonna toast you as well.
Oh my God.
Yeah, let's pass these around. That's a good
Yeah.
call. I'm gonna get the music. I'll help you.
Toast to the lovelies.
Congratulations.
First bit of sunshine today. It is rainy season down here. You get days where nothing but gray cloud, and other days where a little bit of sun peeking through. We're walking back from the beach. Just got a run in. We're headed back to our apartment. Feeling a little cooped up the last couple. Still settling in, trying to figure out where we can get some yoga going and stuff like that. We're home.
A little paradise.
Lindsay was talking about how her ankles are hurting. Mine kind of are too, which is kind of cool. We ran barefoot on uneven ground.
It was actually pretty challenging running on the sand, like the wet sand as the waves are coming in.
Running on pavement and sneakers have like seized up our ankles. So
I could really feel how it was affecting my ankles, like trying to stay on the uneven ground. You and I are together pretty much all the time. So how hard was it to actually keep this from me that you were gonna propose? Because I was getting a little suspicious, honestly. Like you were being really protective of your phone, which you don't normally do.
the toughest part was that we have a joint bank account. A year or so ago when we did get the joint bank account, it just made like running our finances a lot easier. Because as a YouTuber, you have a lot of little incomes from a lot of different places. Merch is separate, AdSense is separate, stream on Twitch is separate, Patreon is separate, sponsorships separate.
This video is sponsored by Surfshark VPN. In a few days, Lindsay and I are leaving on a 1.5-year backpacking journey, which means we're gonna be connecting to a lot of airport, cafe, and hotel Wi-Fis.
As a result, a VPN was on the top of my list of things we need before traveling. I'm gonna have it set to Canada so that it always appears as though we're still here. This way I can continue watching everything that I enjoy on streaming services, as well as having websites automatically default to English and Canadian dollars.
Using a VPN like Surfshark is gonna keep us safe when connecting to public Wi-Fi networks. And it's also gonna be helpful when booking airline tickets and looking for the lowest price. So why Surfshark?
With Surfshark, one subscription covers all of your devices.
This includes your PC, Mac, Linux, Android, Apple TV, Chrome, Firefox, and even your Xbox and PlayStation. And I don't know about you, but my PlayStation's really just become my Netflix and YouTube machine in the last couple of years.
They also have 24/7 support, a strict no logs policy, and a 30-day money-back guarantee.
So if you're serious about getting a VPN, Surfshark's 24-month plan is an amazing option for you. First, to sign up for it, you can use the link in the description or the QR code that's on the screen right now. When you go to sign up, use code Wyatt and you can get the first 3 months free on the plan. That way you're saving 83% on this deal.
Protect your online activities today with Surfshark VPN.
Thank you Surfshark for sponsoring this video. Making the purchase of the ring is like the toughest part because how am I gonna, and I didn't even have a credit card at the time. I had to like find a friend, big shouts Keegan, who was down to like trust me with his credit card to go to the ring store and buy it.
I was like a little bit suspicious that day. My best friend basically showed up that day to help us set up the party, like decorate our whole backyard. She showed up with all these little tiny like plastic wine glasses and like 2 bottles of champagne. And I was thinking in my head,
Melissa, the champagne was so extra.
and then the cake, holy shit, the cake was an even bigger surprise.
That's why Amanda wanted a separate table.
Yeah.
Is this a vegan cake? It is a vegan cake.
Let's go.
Wyatt chose the flavor.
We are living now in Costa Rica. We needed to change our lives and to do something completely different, completely outside the box. Now we're here. I'm gonna give you guys the quick tour of our place. We're standing at the front door, and to the right is the kitchen. And then there's my office, where I've been playing excessive amounts of World of Warcraft because the Lich King is re-releasing. This is where we streamed on Friday night. This is our bedroom. There's Lindsay's office over here, tucked into this corner. What you working on?
Moving vlog. The 2 months leading up to us moving here.
Oh, there you go.
I basically like filmed, recorded everything. And a lot of it is just kind of like my personal struggles with it and the fear and the intensity of what we had to go through to get to this point.
And then back behind us is the bathroom. And that's the grand tour. Big part of what brought us down here was the idea of learning to live. A big part of what drew us here.
Classic.
Okay, a big part of what brought us down here was the idea of learning to live simply. Just a slower pace of life and just focus on the things that really matter. So because of that, in the 2 months of actually leading up to coming down here, we sold and donated all of our possessions. We switched all of our equipment over to mobile versions. We packed everything that we had left over into 2 backpacks each and boarded a flight to Guanacaste, Costa Rica.
Our days are usually segmented into thirds. The morning routine, which includes our exercise, eating, planning for the day, and any errands we have to do, followed by this middle third you are observing now. Lots of computer work in the form of editing, answering emails, writing scripts, and various other aspects of our job as content creators. Finishing with the final third you are about to watch, which includes dinner and any other errands activities we have planned for the day.
This is a rice cooker that was already in the Airbnb. I don't exactly know how to use it. And this is the bag of rice we bought, right? So this is the instructions. What I did was I typed in the Spanish instructions to Google Translate, as you can see here. So there is the English instructions. Because I like to be a little mini Gordon Ramsay, I could not stop at rice with water in a rice cooker. I had to buy these little packets that say mi arroz, which means rice, because I'm pretty sure they're rice seasoning. Before I can use them, I now also have to translate the back of this packet. Por completo. Let the water boil. Cover the saucepan and cook over low heat until the water is completely consumed.
How does it feel to be engaged?
Feels good, honestly. I don't know. Like, I wanted it so badly for so long, and I was so excited and so happy. Like, the night we got engaged, I like couldn't even fall asleep because I was so happy. But truthfully, it does kind of feel the same. Like, I still love you and know that you're the person for me and that we're gonna spend our lives together and everything. But I have a pretty ring to show it.
We came out of the store and then we found this. The bugs here are wild in comparison to home. But of course, we're from Canada.
We're trying to find a notebook so we can write like our daily to-do lists in. And when I Googled the word notebook on Google Maps, this store that we just went to did pop up. We asked the guy at the cash and he said no.
Okay, and what did we get instead?
This is basically like a Coronita in a can. Like, it's like beer, but it's flavored like a margarita. Lime, salt, and beer. And it's so good.
Why did we come to Costa Rica?
Because we were kind of sick of living in Canada. Our life was so focused around like money and stuff that we owned and working to make money for the stuff we have and like not necessarily even wanting to or wanting the stuff we have and having so much stuff and like everything was just so complicated and so expensive, and it just got to the point of like, why are we doing any of this at all then? I always had this vision of Costa Rica in my head and I always just felt drawn there. Because for years before this, I was telling your parents, who are retirement age, that they should retire and move to Costa Rica. And eventually I was just like, well then maybe we should take our own advice.
You're making kind of like a local inspired dish tonight, huh?
Yeah, it is definitely sort of like a gallo pinto vibe, which is a Costa Rican dish of beans and rice. I don't know exactly how they make it, but I am making beans and rice with plantains. So you've not been feeling like the best since we got to Costa Rica, except for today.
I did say in my Instagram post that I've come down here to sort of face myself. This year for me is a chapter of getting well. That's a big reason why I'm here, is to, I guess, have the time to really care for my mental state, focus on getting better. I feel like in so many ways I'm my own worst enemy. Right away, as soon as we got here, I started to feel really strange. This week I resubscribed to World of Warcraft, and like that's always a quick way to tell that my mental isn't in a good place. World of Warcraft for me was like a coping mechanism, I think, for a lot of my life. And so is metal music. Last couple days I've been doing nothing but playing World of Warcraft and listening to Disturbed 10,000 Fists and Disturbed Indestructible, both of those albums just back to front. But to actually be able to like put a pin on what's going on, why I feel so confused, I'm not sure. I do feel a lot better today though, so that's why we're shooting this first video, which we've been kind of putting off because I haven't really wanted to do anything.
Pretty good.
Lindsay, what am I looking at here? My God, that
Fried
looks
plantains.
amazing.
Then we have limes with salsa and avocado smushed up to go with the beans and rice behind you.
Yo, I've like been my whole life eating Tostitos brand. This salsa is so much better. Santa Cruz Chunky. Oh, it's so good. So good. And then we got Vacadoo. And then behind us, big old pot of beans. And then rice and rice cookie. You figured it out.
I did, I figured it out. Yeah, it burnt a little at the bottom, but we'll get it next time.
All right.
There's a plate for you.
Let's eat some dinner before we go to yoga. We just got back from yoga. It was our first yoga session since arriving in Costa Rica. We had a really great time. Probably gonna end up going back to this place. We're headed down to the pool right now. The cat that like hangs out in this apartment complex's gardens is down there, so I'm gonna bring it some water and we're gonna go for a late night swim and check out what Lindsay got on the way home from yoga.
Can you smell it? Oh yeah, we'll be eating this in a swimming pool.
Got the water for Galileo and we're on our way to the pool. Brought you some water.
That's little sweetie boy.
Oh, say hi.
Galileo, you're a cutie. We don't actually know for sure that this cat's name is Galileo. It's technically a stray, but another sweet man that lives in this apartment complex told us his name is Galileo, so now it is. Does he want to come over? Oh, he so does. He so does. Look at him. Hi, buddy. Oh, hello. Yes, welcome, welcome.
No matter where we live in the world, we end up hanging out with a cat.
We put it in his little water bowl, so we'll see if he likes it. Galileo. Look, little honey. Look what I got for you. Do you want some? You want some meat, don't you? Or some fish?
Oh, he's coming over to me.
You want some fish?
I've come to the end of our first video from Costa Rica. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for sticking around and watching the video and then watching the videos all these years. Appreciate you guys so much. Thank you to the Patreon family for supporting our content. And I will see you all very soon with something new.